Hey, what's good, people? It's vdoestech, and this is my 7-month follow-up on the Z Flip 3. And for all of those that insist that my Z Flip 3 hinge is done for, I mean, I don't know about you, but that looks pretty sturdy to me. I am telling you, the hinge is nothing you have to worry about on these devices. This hinge was built to last, no worries. So like I said, I've been using this device since release date. Do I have any regrets? Would I still go back and pre-order? Well, that's kind of an easy one for me. Absolutely. I don't know how close you follow my channel, but I absolutely love this phone. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this is anything close to a perfect device, especially at this price point. It is missing a lot, especially with no SD card support for expandable memory. Now, I know that none of the other Z Flips came with SD card support, but since you can only pick this up at 128 gigs or 256, hey yo, I need my memory. Next up, the battery life. The battery life, trash. You charge it, dead. You look at it, dead. Don't look at it, dead. You turn it off, guess what? I'll give you 3 guesses. Nah, psych, only 1, dead. Now, I can only speak from my experience, but the most I've ever gotten is about 9 hours of uptime with 3.5 hours of screen on time. Now, if you're sitting at home on Wi-Fi or your job has Wi-Fi, you could get much better battery life. You might be pulling close to like 5 hours. Me, I'm out the door by 7:30, not getting back home until 4:30, 5:30. I'm either on 4G or 5G. 3.5 hours, that's not all that good. And to add on to that, the charge time. They said this phone has fast charge, a whole 15 watts. Yo, that's kind of a punchline right there. This 3300 milliamp battery can take close to like an hour 40 to charge. Now, there's really no such thing as a quick top off with this device. Now, we are living at a time where we have chargers in 101 places, but still, if you got to be attached to a charger, that's not really the way to go. Now, they said they did like 15 watts to preserve battery life over time, but you can't have poor battery life and slow charge speeds. If this charged up in about an hour, I wouldn't be complaining. Next up, no decks. I consider this to be a flagship. All of their flagships have decks. It absolutely should have came with decks. Maybe it's just me. Let me know what you think. Outside of those things, I think this phone is amazing. I mean, starting with the hardware, this is a well-built phone. I hate having to put a case on here and cover it up, but I would also hate to drop this and have to repair it. So a case it is. That case isn't anything special. It's just one that I wear the most often because it keeps it small in the pocket. Accessories is something you don't have to worry about at all. There are hundreds of cases to choose from. The size it becomes when folded, you can just throw it in your basketball shorts and be good. The feeling when you open and closes, a straight boss mode. The amount of attention that this phone gets in public is insane. This is definitely a conversation piece for sure. If you're not trying to conversate, don't pull it out. Well, you know what I mean. Moving on. Now, the fingerprint is built directly into the power button where it belongs, and it works 95% of the time. No issues there. And I also love the auto rotate volume button. So basically, the volume button, when it's open, up is up, down is down. When you fold it, up and down is down. They absolutely killed it with that feature. Don't know if they did that on purpose, but hey, I love that. Now, I wish the outer display was at least like double the size, but it is very usable. I didn't have the original flips, but this looks 1,000 times better than those experiences. Hopefully on the Z Flip 4 or Z Flip 5, it's gonna be like full frontal, fingers crossed. Now, I am a little bit disappointed that they didn't keep with the updates to add widgets to the front. That's one of the coolest features about this phone. If they would have kept adding widgets, yo, this front display could be dope. Now, the inner display is gorgeous. a flat, I repeat, a flat display. It's 6.7 inches, 22 by 9. That is a weird aspect ratio, but you get used to it. It's 1080p dynamic AMOLED with 120 refresh. I mean, content on here looks amazing. Shows, games, all looks great. But it's a Samsung display, so what do you expect? Now, the crease does disappear after about a week of using it, but last month, the screen protector did start taking some heavy damage. So I am going to send it in to Samsung to get it replaced for free thanks to the 1-year coverage. Now, that's both good and bad because most people, they don't have a second device just laying around to switch to. 4 to 5 days without your device, that's not the best, but if you do have a second device, definitely capitalize on it because they don't recommend that you remove the screen protector, so let them do it for you. I'm probably going to send it out sometime this week. Hopefully it goes smooth. I'll let you know. Now, I enjoy the Samsung UI. It is running 4.0, Android 12. It gets updates very often. It has 101 features on here. You'll use some, you'll use others, and most likely you really won't find a lot of them. But yeah, it's just as fast as when I unboxed it. It will be fast for a really long time. It has that 888 Snapdragon processor. It handles everything effortlessly. I've edited video on here, played so many games, no issues at all. I will say the phone does get warm sometimes. A handful of times in like my 7 months, this phone did become unusable after like heavy gaming in warm weather while playing Pokemon Go. Had to let it cool down for like 30 minutes. That definitely sucked. But like I said, it's not an everyday occurrence. It's like a once a month occurrence, or not even as frequent as that. But yeah, never had any issues with calls when using speakers or earbuds or holding the phone up to your face. No issues at all. Now the cameras, not going to spend a lot of time here because like I said in my other reviews, don't really like how all of these videos come down to the cameras. I start to zone out when people talk about cameras. What you need to know, these are very good. You can get great photos. Not gonna lie, sometimes you may need to take multiple photos if the lighting isn't great. Low light mode pictures get kind of soft. Video is better than the pictures in my opinion. And you have features on features in the camera app. Try them all at least once. That's my best advice for you. Try all of them at least once. You paid for it, you might as well use it. Overall, this is a great device. Again, you do not have to worry about the hinge. Everyone loses their mind just because of how I flip my hinge. Hey, yo, 7 months, no issues. In my Z Flip case videos, people thought my hinge was gonna be done for in like 2-3 months. 7 months later, no issues. It's vdoestech. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.